This program brought to you by the Wyong Rugby League Club, Canberra.
In different weather conditions here at Woy Oval for the grand final of the Central Coast Rugby League for 1999 sees the defending champions Woy up against the Wyong Roos in what should be a very, very good game of football. As I mentioned, Woy, the defending champions, will go in as firm favourites, having not lost a game this season. Wyong know their way around grand finals, having appeared in many during the 1990s. Joining us as usual, Richard Jones, and Richard, Woy certainly deserve their tag as favourites.
They sure do, Mike, and it's a home game for them. They've earned that title so far. They've also got the Clayton Cup to play for, so they really do have a lot of bonuses coming out of today. I think they should go very well.
Let's have a look at their lineup this afternoon. The fullback is Sean Dixon, the wingers Troy Gossett and David Mariska, who had a great game in last year's decider. Mitch Berry and Paul Heffernan are the centres. The halves, Shane Ward and Hayden Berry, who is a key to this side. The lock forward is Duncan Smith. The second row is Jason Carpenter, the captain, with Brad Matthews, and the front row of Daniel Coote, Bruce Carr and Roger Best. As I mentioned just a moment ago, Wyong certainly know their way around grand finals, having appeared in the 93, 94, 95 deciders. They won it in 96 and 97. Neil, do you think they can spring a bit of an upset?
Yeah, I think they're a good side, Wyong. They've done well this year. Rip Taylor's done a very good job with them. As we know, the Clayton Cup's there for Woy, but Wyong, a very good football side. I think it'll be a very close game of football and looking forward immensely.
Let's have a look at the Wyong lineup this afternoon. Stuart Lofts is the fullback. Mark Rudd and Kevin Turkington are the wingers. Chris Crotty and Anthony Fenton the centres. Matt Ralph is the 5'8". Dean Amos will take his place as halfback. The lock forward is Dave Lawton. The second row is Matty Harris and Peter Lenarn. And the front row, Dave Barrett, Mark Brezelnick and Kyle White. Well, the teams have been at the park, Woy Oval, and getting ready for the big decider in 1999. There is Roger Best on screen there, along with the fullback in Sean Dixon. So Woy all set. Wyong won the toss, and Richard have elected to run into the breeze, which is reasonably stiff in this first half.
Yeah, Mike, it's quite muggy conditions down there, and Neil Baker will have more on that shortly, I'm sure. But the Woy have elected to have the first set in defence, and it's going to be a tough first set, I would imagine.
Neil, weather conditions very, very overcast here, a little bit stormy, but very muggy, and of course that is going to be tiring for these players in the grand final.
Well, just as we spoke, Mike, the breeze has actually picked up a little bit, and it's actually favouring Woy. So yeah, it was very still there, but as we go on to air, mate, it's just the breeze is starting to pick up.
So Ray Windel in charge of the decider of 1999, and he signals time on. Woy, the defending champions. Wyong would love nothing more than to get back in the winners list as far as grand finals are concerned. 96 and 97 they were champions. 93, 94, 95 they made the grand final. So they really are a grand final specialist. Matty Harris running it out for Wyong, and he's forced towards the sideline. Good defence there by Anthony Fenton. In actual fact, it was Paul Heffernan, I should say, and the first indiscretion of the afternoon.
Yeah, you see the linesman come in. It was right on the touch line, so we'll just might go to Ray Windel here and see what he picked up from the number 2.
What's this, Dave? Stand and listen.
Tackle had been affected. Player 2 came in, third man into the tackle, immediately attacked his best ball.
Okay.
Here it is again. Let's have a look at it. They just switch it through Bruce Carr. Matty Harris has got the ball, and it is Paul Heffernan who forces them towards the sideline, and Mark Rudd in there, and there was nothing in that at all.
Oh, it's a bit of a swish out there, Mike, but it was silly play from the winger. There was no need for it, and there's a very good attacking position for Woy.
So the restart, and Dave Mariska, who was in everything in last year's grand final, he's about 18 metres out. Now they go through Best, and he gets it within 12, 13 metres of the line. So the first real attacking opportunity for Woy. A very ordinary pass picked up there by Brad Matthews, and he's held up in front of the sticks, no ground gain, but great field position. Shane Ward now just gives it out to Mitch Berry, and that was an excellent tackle right around the bootlaces. Still the same position. Ward now gives it away to the number 16 Ian Butt, who started the game. So Woy, a couple of surprises. Now quickly out through Carr. Ward, here's the playmaker. Berry turns it back inside. High tackle there. This could be interesting. It was Peter Lenarn for Wyong. He's been called out. And I don't really know how injured Brad Matthews is. It certainly was high.
Yeah, certainly looked very ordinary, Mike. I'm sure we're going to go back to it now. It was a good setup by the Woy side. It was a very good attacking move. As you said, Hayden Berry sliding across. We'll just come to it there. Oh, he's got him across the shoulder. It's definitely worth a penalty. I don't know that there's any more in it than that. Here's another look at it. He's come straight
Well, it seemed
across.
to strike him on the shoulder and just move up a little bit, Neil, I think.
If you ask me, there was nothing in it. It's a bit of a Hollywood go there. If you ask me, it was just a bit of a shoulder grab and pulled him back, and he's going to get the penalty anyway, and this guy doesn't miss him from here.
So Brad Matthews drawing the penalty, but they're going to take the quick tap. Here's Roger Best once again looking to offload, but they wrap him up. In there doing the tackling was the big captain for Wyong, Dave Barrett. Now they go the open side. Hayden Berry sights a little, cabinet closed very quickly. Lofts in there making a good tackle also, along with Mark Brezelnet. And the penalty goes to Woy once again. And you would think very shortly they're going to have a shot for goal.
Well, they're going to take another tap, Mike. Here we go. Here's the hooker shooting to the blind side. Interesting.
2 metres out now. Roger Best at dummy half. They go the short side once again to Mariska. No room through that wall of Wyong tacklers. Lofts in there again making a tackle. Now they come to the open side through Berry. Berry the long pass to Ward. Nowhere to go. The Wyong defence moved up very well indeed and very quickly. Making the tackle was Mark Rudd. To the grandstand side. Heffernan, nowhere to go. And this is excellent defence by the Roos. So Woy now 21 metres out from the line. Carr gives it off to Matthews. Matthews held up there by Matt Harris and also Brezelnek, I think it was. No, it was the front rower in Kyle White. Berry sticks it on the slipper. And Wyong are in possession. And full marks to their defence on that occasion.
Yeah, Woy will be very disappointed. I'm sure their coach will be, Alan Emery, that they get over the line there. He's just come back to the last play. In everything as we'd expect, Berry just, well trapped there by the Wyong player, and they'd be disappointed, but again, hats off to the defence of Wyong.
So they're working it out. This is Duncan Smith, Dave Lawton, I should say. Kyle White. Offload brilliantly to Brezelnek. Harper makes the tackle over the top. They're about a metre from the halfway. Amos. Matt Ralph with the ball. 5 metres inside Woy territory. Now it goes back to Amos. And he has a little bit of a go in the background too. Taken there very easily by Sean Dixon. And he now tries to work it out of his own area, but good defence there by Anthony Fenton. Traps him 10 metres out from his own line, right in front of the sticks. Oh, and there's another high tackle too. That time on Troy Goslet. Mariska gets up and plays it now, and the penalty goes. Now, it's all the penalties so far, Neil, going away of Woy.
The one thing Ray Windel doesn't tolerate is laying around in the ruck, and Wyong's doing that, and they're getting the penalties. If we look here, they've got to get that out of their game straight away, because Windel will just keep penalising them, and that's what they can't afford to do, especially with this strong breeze favouring Woy at the moment.
We've also got a touch judge in.
I want you to stand. Hey. I think it is. He may not be here. Listen. Go away. Go away.
Play by Woy. Possession of the ball. Tackler being affected. Wyong player five.
Yes.
Woy gets his hand to attack the face of the defending player.
Excuse me. Yep, hey. And I'll give the penalty. Now he's come and told me I can change my mind and give the penalty the other way. Don't let don't let your hand go anywhere near his face. Don't let your hand. So I'm changing the decision because it's before and after, okay? Thank you.
There you go, changing the decision.
Well, we heard all of it, didn't we? Here we go. He's got Mariska here for a tap in the face, he said, of Dean Amos. And these, well, I haven't seen anything there. Maybe it was just a bit of an elbow that went in, but this is a grand final.
Well, Neil, you'll be able to enlighten us too, because Dean Amos has come into this game with a fairly serious eye injury, I believe.
Yeah, he certainly has. I don't think there was a great deal in that. Mariska was sort of trying to get up to play the ball, and he actually put his elbow down on top of the player's head, but I don't think there was any malice in it, Mike.
Kyle White. Oh, they're close. They're very, very close. And there it is, Mike Rudd, for the opening try of the 99 grand final. So So Woy disappointed that decision was reversed, and Wyong just with some short stuff close to the ruck, and they're in through Mark Rudd to score the first try of the grand final.
Yeah, Kyle White, plenty of experience in the top grade, and I think we'll find it's Roger Best that misses a tackle here. I think he might have gone in for a shot. They did. Jason Carpenter also. They all went for the big man, and he just handed it off. And that is a good start from Wyong.
Very good start. Kyle White, as we know, he's a very good footballer and a very good ball player. And Wyong will enjoy this try because, as I say, the breeze behind Woy is very strong. And I think they might ruin those chances of kick at goal they had earlier.
So Matty Harris was with the initial hit up, and he did very, very well here. Just got it inside the 10 metres. Carpenter making the tackle there with the help of Matthews. But watch the big fella in Kyle White here, and Rudd just ducked straight underneath, and they couldn't stop him. That's an excellent Wyong try, and it's stunned this big crowd here. So Mark Rudd, after a little bit of an indiscretion a few moments ago, has hit back in the best possible way. And Mark Brezelnick shouldn't have too much trouble with this. It's right in front of the sticks, and this should give Wyong a handy 6-point lead. Moving in, strikes it well, no trouble whatsoever. So we've had 8 minutes of play here in the grand final, and Wyong lead, Woy 6-0.
The NRL finals continue on NBN. They ran all over the Storm, and live tonight, the Saints take on Sydney City. Then tomorrow, Canterbury clash with Melbourne. The NRL finals this weekend on NBN.
Unfortunately for families, some clubs don't cater for them. But at Wyong Leagues, we're the family club, with new family entertainment area for the littlies. For older kids, a new entertainment area that's out of this world. And for everyone, a family restaurant with some of the best food and value in town. So become part of the family club, the new Wyong Leagues Club, Lake Haven Drive, Canwell, today.
Make life better.
Like to win $1,000 worth of Sony products? Need a holiday? Then play NBN's all-new Peugeot's catchphrase and win. Could you complete a simple catchphrase? You can win Retrovision electrical goods worth $1,000, a Gold Coast family holiday, or a fantastic Norwegian Star cruise for a family of 4. Watch NBN's all-new catchphrase. Complete the simple catchphrase and win. But remember, you'll have more chances to win if you make a purchase from your local Retrovision store.
In Australia's harsh conditions, who should you trust with your precious water storage? Pioneer's exclusive Aqualiner is World Health Organization accredited, guaranteeing crystal pure water. The unique Galaxy design has no protruding bolts or sharp edges, preventing injury to children or livestock. Pioneer's commitment to quality and service is your guarantee of value for money. Pioneer, built stronger to last you longer.
Since 1939, Booth's Motor Group has been helping people of the Central Coast with their motoring needs. And now, we're turning 60. Celebrate with us. On Sunday, September 19, we're throwing a street party. Food and entertainment for the whole family with brass band, jumping castle, clowns, face painting and NBN's Big Dog. You could win a 10-night South Pacific cruise worth over $7,000 from Norwegian Capricorn Line and Tony Rico's Travel. Sunday, September 19, celebrate with Booth's Motor Group, Gosford.
Even better now.
In the days of the British Empire, Ceylon ruled the world of tea. It still does. British brand names became known for their quality, relying largely on Ceylon tea. But the high cost of Ceylon tea caused compromises. So Dilmah went right back to rediscover original blends, which made teas like English breakfast so popular.
Do try my classic.
Dilmah, the finest tea on earth, rich in antioxidants.
Sunday at 3, state versus state, mate versus mate, with the first National Legends of League match played at Dairy Farmers Stadium, North Queensland. Lewis, Kenny, Blocker, Belcher. Be there for the immortals of the game, Sunday at 3 on NBN.
So the restart with Dave Marishka, and it's a thumping kick too. Handled there by Amos, but it's a play on. Matt Harris involved once again, and a big shoulder charge there by Ian Butt. Matty Harris very involved, getting up to play it now. He's 20 metres out from his own line. Lawton ran the dummy. They offload. That was a very good offload there too by Peter Lennon. Ducking back is Lawton. Back slammed on the 30-metre line. So Woy might have been stung by that opening trial. Here's big Kyle White just barging his way, but he's lost the pill. And he's called the knock on. Now, there was a little bit of a hint of a strip in there.
Yeah, but was he on his own? Was there only one in the tackle? Mike will certainly see the plate, but isn't he been a handful so far? Kyle White, not as fit as he was, but there was 2 in the tackle at the start, so yeah, that constitutes a strip. Should have been a penalty to Wyong. Ray Windell's missed that one.
So Hayden Berry to feed the scrum, 40 metres out from the line. And Duncan Smith breaking from the back of the scrum. Now plays it to Bruce Carr. Matthews. Carr once again decides to go on his own. Good scamper from dummy half. Heavy defence there by Peter Lennon. Matthews at dummy half. Gives it out to Hayden Berry. On to Carpenter. Carpenter steps off the left. He's inside the 10. Held up there by Brezelneck. And over the top was Matt Harris. So he's 5 metres out, Jason Carpenter. They go the short side. Berry once again. Very good ball to Mitch Berry, brother. And picked up there by Mark Rudd afterwards. Dropped there by Woy. So Wyong back in possession.
They're crowding some space out wide, Woy side, and Hayden Berry's causing all sorts of problems. There's the ball coming across the back there. And there's the 3, and Crotty just puts it down, and Rudd comes away with it.
I think they were a bit unlucky there. I think Rudd actually put a hand into that, and there was a bit of a knock-on from Wyong.
And this is Dave Barrett, the captain of Wyong, just hitting it up, and they get the penalty. And Neil, as you said, he's not going to tolerate players lying on the tackled player.
No, he's a referee that just persists that he get up and play the ball quick, and he keeps going. One thing about Windel, he loves to take the authority, and he doesn't like you laying around in the ruck. As you can see, he's got every right to blow the whistle there. So, you know, they've just got to get on with it.
So Brezelneck with the restart. Kyle White heavily involved. Barrett. Steaming through to lend support was Lofts, but he wasn't needed. Played now. Amos. Amos deciding to take on the defence. But he's molested to the ground there by Ward. Harris trying to push off Berry, but can't do so. Now they go to the open side. This is Lawton. Lawton's held up there by Best. But they're within striking distance. Up it goes from Matty Ralph, just holding up in the breeze. Taken there, and they were offload 2. Kicked through by Chris Crotty. It's a race now. Wyong batted over the dead ball line, and they force it in goal. And it'll be a restart from under the stick. So good pressure there from Wyong.
Yeah, they sustained it, didn't they? That was very good work, as you said, by Crotty, I think it was, Mike. There's nothing happening. This is the second kick that we're just coming to here. And you just watch Lawton pull himself out of this. Referee Windel has called him offside, and he stood back. But there's Dean Amos coming and forcing the ball. So another good chance for Wyong.
Dave Mariska. Now that is 60 metres on the fly. That is a thumping drop kick. He's got a fair breeze behind him. And here's Stuart Lofts now. And he's run into a bone cruncher. Duncan Smith. And Barrett. Smith's on, and he's all fired up. And Barrett's down.
Jason Carpenter affected the tackle. Goodness me.
So a bit of a surprise, Neil, that they didn't start with Duncan Smith, but 2 big shots coming into the game.
Certainly was. You could just see on the splash there of actually laughing because he knew that the hit what he put on was a great hit, and you can just see it here again. He's gone in there, and tremendous hit here, and just back slams him, and he's down on the ground. He's in a bit of pain.
I think he just rose up off the ball there. There was certainly nothing in it, and referee Windel saw it that way. He was on the spot, but look at the claret. He's in a bit of strife.
So Dave Barrett, the captain of Wyong, and he's an integral player to this side too, a big front rower, but he is not well at all. And Wyong with a 6-0 lead. We've had about 12 minutes of play in this first half. And Dave Barrett, the captain, he's here at Woyo, and I'm just wondering whether he knows he's here.
Yeah, I think he's up on his feet now. Have a look at this. Jason Carpenter goes in underneath, and there's Duncan Smith coming in over the top with a tremendous hit. That's what grand finals are about.
So here they go again. Peter Lennon offloads. Brezelneck with the ball. Just trying to switch the point of attack. And Roger Best has got him, wraps him up. Lennon gives it out to Ralph. Ralph just dishes off to the flying centre in Anthony Fenton. But they all of a sudden turn it over. The 2 centres, Fenton and Crotty, just couldn't combine to get that pass to stick. But Woy under a bit of pressure here.
Yeah, they're not handling that ball being turned back inside. There's the one. Sensational run there by Fenton. And this last one here comes unstuck. Unfortunately for Lofts, he couldn't grab that one.
What I couldn't understand is why Crotty just didn't put his ears back and go on with it. I think he was in space.
So that shoulder charge there by Peter Lanane on Duncan Smith missed very, very narrowly. So this is the number 10 in Daniel Coote. Last tackle now for Woy. They're inside Wyong's territory. The left foot kick by Berry is going to be fielded very easily by Stuart Lofts. And he's tackled on his own 10-metre line and forced back a metre or so by Berry and Mariska. So they're just soaking up a tackle, and Woy would love to pin Wyong in their own half in this set of 6. Here's Barrett. He's back for more action. 15 metres out from his own line. Lawton. Great driving tackle there by Ward. Kyle White showing the way forward. And here's Ralph forced to kick on the last. In good position this time is Dixon. But the chase is a good one. But he gets out of one. But he can't beat the tackle of Matt Harris. And with a little bit of help there from Rudd. Wide this time. Stepping off the left foot. Still going. Now they held up. Right on halfway, Woy. And he's just lost his duds there for a second. Good scrambling defence by Wyong. Carr. A little bit of Stouse in the background. Carpenter trying to ignite his side. And they need to get points on the board, the defending champs. Here's Berry. Berry bounces out of one. Tackle still going. Gives it out to Ward. Throws the ball behind Heffernan. Guys wanted to pick up. So Woy looking a little bit loose at this stage. Wyong doing everything right.
Yeah, aren't they? What a good play there from Rudd as we see another good run from the Wyong side. It's just the game's changing a little at the moment. I thought Woy were getting on top, but Wyong there on the back of Rudd, that was a very, very good play.
A replacement player on for Wyong. At this stage, we haven't been informed as to his name, but Brezelneck just goes from dummy half and makes a very good run. He's 28 metres out. The number 14, Adam Cousins, is on for Wyong as well. And this is Cousins with the ball now. He's within 12 metres of the line. Wyong really putting the pressure on Woy and asking the question. Undefeated since the middle of last year. Amos gives it out to Ralph, turns it back inside to Kyle White. He offloads to Lofts now, and he's held up still 12 metres out. They're going to go to the western side through Amos. Gives it to Ralph once again. Thought about the kick, through the little dummy. Got the pass away, but all it was a pass to Woy, and Woy are going to be in possession from the turner.
Yeah, well, it was not much. I think the ball should have gone in the air there, and we'll just come back to it now. Here it is, the 5'8" from Wyong. Ralph just ducking on the inside of Jason Carpenter, and there's a low percentage player trying to slip the ball away. Would have been better in the air or into the end goal, but unfortunately wasn't to be. So we're just seeing Woy now working it out. They'll be very unhappy nearly if they go into half-time without some points on the board, especially with this wind advantage.
Certainly is. Actually, the wind has sort of died down a bit as we speak, Richard, but yeah, they need some points for sure because they've elected to run with the wind at their back, so they need to do something with it.
Berry, a beautiful pass to Carpenter. Carpenter's got support left and right, gives it out to Mariska. He steps off the left, 15 metres out now, Dave Mariska, and he's held up now 9 metres out. But what a run by Berry, and Carpenter backing up. Can they convert it to points? He's going to give a penalty, surely. And it goes the other way.
Well, what a turn up. And Windel is going to march him 10 metres for back chat. Silly play from the Woy side.
Well, he's just marched him 15. He's not doing my tax.
He's got my tape measure. But I tell you what, they'll be very disappointed with that Alan Emery as coach. But let's try and have a look at this. It's a bit of byplay. We often see that players try and get away with this. And there's the Woy player getting and there's Fenton it is, and he's walked all over him, so I think that's probably a justified penalty, Neil.
Certainly was. I think he had every right to go the other way, and he certainly did that because he could got up the play the ball, no problem there, but he just kept leaning forward, as you can see him there on the screen describing it. But yeah, this is the sort of guy, as I say, Windel, who can go either way as far as the referee goes.
I'll tell you, I'll tell you what, guys, I think if we go back to that previous play where Jason Carpenter got away, if he had to turn that inside to Paul Heffernan instead of going for the winger, it would have been a try for sure.
Just on number 18, Mike, it's Mike Stevens.
Thanks, Neil. Mike Stevens in 18. So Wyong up to halfway on Barrett once again. And Shane Davis makes the tackle for Woy Woy. They roll off him now, or trying to. And Barrett plays it. Brezelnik, Amos, stepping, elusive, gets a good pass away too. And Wyong held up 38 metres out. Ward just turns it back inside to Crotty. They're asking the question and putting the question to Woy Woy at the moment. Matt Harris turns it back to Amos. Amos got under a high shot. 28 metres out now. He'll get up and play the ball. Brezelnik at dummy half once again. Now Ward decides to go high in the air and is just hanging up there too, coming across his cousins. They bat attack. Handed on there by Anthony Fenton, but Rudd just couldn't control it. And the scrum will go down about 15 metres out from the Woy Woy line.
Well, once again, Woy Woy has repelled, albeit on the end of a mistake here. And Wyong just the ball just going into touch. So once again, they're doing plenty of defensive work, Woy Woy, but as I'll go back to my earlier point, they're going to have to go in at half-time with some points on the board.
What they didn't see there, Wyong, was that the referee actually ruled 6 again, and they could have just taken the tackle and went on with it, but Woy Woy's cocked the ball up anyway as I spoke.
So the scrum's going to go down this time 25 metres out from the Woy Woy line, and Wyong have really played a very smart first half of footy. It's 20 minutes gone in the first half, Roger Best, and we're just having a look at it there, and the scrum's about to be set. And Dean Amos to feed this scrum in a very, very good position for the Roos. And that's a less than good pass. And the referee, Ray Windel, is going to set down another scrum. As Kyle White jogs back on the park for Wyong. And here it is once again, Richard.
Yeah, it's Matt Ralph. It's gone forward. And Ray Windel said that, well, I can't see it come off anyone's hand there. The Woy Woy have come out of that okay.
So Woy Woy with the ball now. And Matt Ralph, I should say, involved in a fair bit in his first half. Here's Duncan Smith. Cousins. He made the tackle. Here's Coote. 9 from the halfway. So they're into Wyong's territory by about 5 or 6 metres. Still going, trying to offload. Berry does so. Here's Shane Davis, and he makes a good 10 or 12 metres. Now they go wide through Carr. Berry got the ball away now to Dixon. Dixon decides to go to the air, and it's just holding up. There's a wall of Woy Woy players. Duncan Smith will score, adjacent to the uprights. A fortuitous bounce for the defending champions, but they took their chances, and they should level the score here after Dave Mariska pops this one over. Duncan Smith hasn't been on too long, but he's got a 4-pointer.
Well, I thought the Wyong defence had done it once again here. They shut down Hayden Berry on the tight side, but his strength, he managed to get the ball away to the fullback in Dixon, who put a kick up that was really looking like there was nothing doing at all, and it's bounced back, and there's the size of Jason Carpenter. He shot it off to Smith, who dummies and just steps inside the 5 for Wyong in Turkington, and that's a good reply from Woy Woy.
It certainly was. It's just a nothing kick. It was a speculator. He just put the ball up, but as you know, with the football, it can do funny things, and that's exactly what it did. This bloke's been one of Woy Woy's best, Carpenter, and Duncan Smith, he just took an easy try for Woy Woy.
And the redhead has certainly made an impact since coming on. Duncan Smith, Dave Mariska, right in front, pots it over. So here at Woy Woy Oval, after 23 minutes of play in the grand final, she's all locked up at 6 apiece.
Want a night of excitement? It's all here. The games, the latest technology, the prizes, the meals, the free drinks and service, the entertainment, and of course the excitement. Yes, it's all here at Wyong Leagues Club, Lakehaven Drive, Canwell. A night of excitement every night. So get some excitement now.
My new Zinger Fillet Tower Combo has a whole fillet of chicken breast with my special Zinger coating. Ooh, just as well there's a Pepsi to cool you down. When you're hot, you're hot. Woo!
Versatile. Energy efficient. Great looking. Outsmarts the weather. Lasting beauty. Australian made. Altogether, it's Pergola. The brilliant roofing system for your patio, pergola or sun deck. Call for a free measuring quote. Pergola is an outdoor system working all year round. Pergola, the opening roof. See the light. For a demonstration of the Pergola roofing system, visit the controlled outdoor living display at the 1999 Yellow Pages Australian Springtime Flora Festival, Thursday, September the 9th to Sunday, September 12th.
It only happens every 25 years. The Captain Snooze 25-year sale. 25 top sellers, 25 unbelievable prices, 25 months interest-free with no deposit. This Sealy Posturepedic queen-size mattress only $699. The Zen King single only $299. 25 top sellers, 25 unbelievable prices, 25 months interest-free with no deposit. It's worth celebrating. The Captain Snooze 25-year sale.
Another reason to choose Snooze.
Discover the markets, the Ettalong Beach Seaside Village Markets, the largest undercover markets on the coast. Discover clothes, fresh food, arts and crafts, rugs, appliances, eateries and coffee shops, fun for the kids, free entertainment. Discover all sorts of items at bargain prices this weekend. It's a whole day's fun for the family. This Saturday and Sunday at the Ettalong Beach Seaside Village Markets, Ocean View Road, Ettalong Beach. Go on, discover a bargain this weekend.
So Wyong, after weathering the storm, and Woy Woy, after really having to repel a very determined Wyong, the defending champs are back in the ball game, but I think they're going to need a few more points prior to half-time because that wind down there, Neil, it's fairly strong.
It's, as I say, Mike, it's dropped off a fair bit at the moment, so it really isn't blowing really on ground level as much as it was earlier. So at the moment, I think the game's pretty evenly poised.
I think we've got Matty Ralphs in a bit of strife here.
Sure, come over the top. We'll have a look at this, Matty Ralph. You know, he's bounced off the shoulder. It was careless, so it deserved a penalty, but not much else to it. Here we come again. Well, off the shoulder, off his nose, sorry.
Didn't know his shoulder was that high, and on his face. I'll tell you what, he's not too fit at all. We've got some big concern here. They're calling for the stretcher, and this is a bit of a serious situation here. He's not fit at all, the Woy Woy player. So the stretcher has been called out, and you don't like to see this in any game throughout the year. And I think it's Brad Matthews, and bang, he cops one right across the snout, and down he goes. And he looked as though he was going to be okay, and then all of a sudden he started to convulse a little bit. And here it is, head on again.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not a terrible swinging arm, but it certainly copped him right across the beak. And he's a fair lump of a guy, Matt Ralph, and he had a bit of power behind that, but I really don't think it was intentional.
He'll be back. So Woy Woy get the penalty, and Dave Mariska finds touch right on halfway. Time running out in this first half as Daniel Coots hits it up, offloads, they make a bit of a meal of it. It went back, right call there by Ray Windel. Duncan Smith goes to the dummy half position. Davis ran the decoy. And Smith now taken down by Dave Lawton. About 8 metres inside of Wyong's territory. Heffernan out to Carpenter, who is an absolute workaholic. Trying to excite his team, ignite his team to more points in this first half. Ward, Best. So Roger Best about to get to his feet to play the ball. 14 metres inside Wyong's territory. Bruce Carr from dummy half is a good run, and that's a solid hit there by Cole White. Cop that one, young Harry. Best. Ward on the toe, rebounds. Davis picks up. Last tackle now for Woy Woy. Carpenter He sticks it on the toe once again into the in-goal area. Stewart lost it very well to get back into the field of play.
Oh, what about the hands from Shane Davis to catch that rebound before? He's a big fella. He showed no worries about collecting that one. There's plenty of changes being made by both coaches here. A critical part of the game here at 6 apiece. And just Wyong need to see themselves get back on the front foot because they've been doing plenty of defending.
Barrett about to get up and play the ball. Here's Kyle White once again. You certainly can't fault his commitment to work ethics this afternoon. Kyle White, he's hit it up on numerous occasions. Same with this bloke too, with Anthony Fenton. Peter Lenan, I should say. I'll get him right by the end of the day, hopefully. So Ralph kicks down to Dixon. And the marauding pack is coming. And Crotty's got him, along with Turkington. Berry out to Goslet. Bruce Carr at dummy half. Roger Best, a little bit of space. Wyong just folded a little bit for not moving up on those last couple of tackles, but they forced the error. It's in the touch.
Well, I just thought that with the big fella in Best, sliding right across to the sideline, and he really didn't do much any favours to his winger at all. Just watch him. He's nearly running straight across field here. And he gives it to his winger, who possibly should have come inside. That's the 5 in Mariska, and he really, and the Best tried to help him, but it's a pretty dumb play, really.
So Ray Windel wants the ball in again. At 28.5 minutes play in this first half. Stuart Lofts hits it up for the Wyong Roos. Amos. Oh, and a good tackle there by Daniel Cooper. I think he's hurt himself. And that was Anthony Fenton took it up before. Well, it's threatening to explode. We've got the touch judge in. Ray Windel says time off. So again, the touch judge is in. Ray Windel's done more talking than he's done blowing the whistle this afternoon for good reason.
Yeah, it was we'll come back to it, I'm sure, but Shane Ward was the first aggressor. He would jump high in the tackle, looked more awkward than anything. There's Amos coming across to the green. Oh dear, I'll tell you what, he's led with a forearm there. It's not real flash. I'm not sure if that's what the touch he's going to pick up.
Oh, and there's a little headbutt there too, Bakes.
It certainly is. Like, this game could get out of hand if Windel doesn't act on it pretty soon.
Thank you.
So Ray Windel had a very busy afternoon so far. The penalty goes to Wyong.
Number 14 that's gone on for Woy Mike is Benny Somerville.
Thank you, Neil. So Mark Brezelneck is going to have a shot for Wyong. This would give them the lead. And we've had 30 minutes of play in the grand final. Brezelneck, a prolific kicker. Brecko, as he's known, a local junior. A former under-17 state player. And he's played half-back or full-back. And now he finds himself in the hooking role. A very, very handy player for this Wyong side. He's been pretty involved in this first half too. Has 1 from 1 so far. He's in a pretty good position. He's about 28 metres out. 21 in from touch. Moves in, strikes it pretty well. It's come back and waved away. So the score remains at 6-all here. The coach of the Wyong side, Rip Taylor, he's been involved in rugby league for many, many years. Coached right up and down the north coast of New South Wales, of course, with Lakes United in Newcastle. He knows how to win grand finals.
Oh, he sure does. He's got the experience. He won quite a few with the Lakes United club in quite a stiff competition back in the mid-80s. He knows what it's all about, and he'll be frustrated sitting in the stands.
Big Dave Barrett starting to make some real inroads into this Woy defence. Brezelneck at dummy half again, and here's the other bookend in Kyle White, who has turned into a ball-distributing front rower. Dave Lawton now. He hits it up for a couple of metres too. They're inside Woy's territory by 5. Matty Ralph gives it off to the second rower in Peter Lenan. Big rangy bloke, Peter Lenan. White turns it back inside for his front row partner in Barrett. Carpenter made the desperate defence. Brezelneck, Matt Ralph. The little toe just in behind the defence, coming out quickly to clean up is Troy Goslet, and he did very well to clean up a dangerous situation.
Yeah, Wyong kicking game hasn't been terribly successful today. There's Ralph taking the chance on the short side with a little short kick in behind the line, although let's give credit to Wyong for cutting down his options, but Goslet did well.
So this is Danny Somerville, number 14, on for Woy and Duncan Smith. I like the way this kid runs. Straight and hard. And the chance going up now is Heffernan's throwing the ground. And they're finding it hard to get out of their own territory at the moment, Woy. Gets around one tackle. And this is the fullback in Dixon. And the cheer that you hear going up is a flash score from Shark Park, where the Sharkies are giving it the Broncos. So Stuart Lofts now trying to work it back for Wyong. And we're about 8 minutes away from Oranges here at Woy Oval, and the game is locked at 6 apiece. Mark Rudd finding some space. Woy standing flat-footed.
Yeah, their market defence is not real special. Alan Emery needs to do some work there.
Brezelneck. This is Crotty. So they're making yards at will. Ralph just changes the point of attack to Barrett, and he's wrapped up there by Carpenter. They come to the grandstand side, Lawton. Carpenter makes another tackle with the help of Bruce Carr. Last now for Wyong. Short side once again, putting it on to Ralph's left foot, which is his preferred side. And Dixon picks it up for Woy, but boy, what a good chase. A great chase there. There is Alan Emery barking some instructions. The defending successful coach, of course, and has had a wonderful run with the Woy club, and again the trainers are on.
So here's the fullback here, Mike Dixon, taking it out. It was again not much of a kick. The chases, as you said, Mike, quite rightly, very good chase, and there's Ralph. Oh, well, they've come in over the top. I don't think there's any need for that, but it was just a very solid tackle.
That's Mike Stevens, the number 18.
Well, what they're doing well, Wyong, is they're really hurting in defence, and we're suffering at the moment in that area.
So Woy's normal game plan, Neil, to spread the ball on most occasions?
Well, they love moving the ball around. At the moment, I noticed Hayden Berry hasn't been involved like he should be, and that's what they sweat on. As I speak, he just makes a little dart now, but he just sort of, the second phase is what they love doing.
Woy, this is the last. Bruce Carr, the big thumping kick, and I think it's going to find touch 25 metres out. And that is a tremendous touch finder by Bruce Carr under plenty of pressure.
Yeah, it was not far away from being a 40-20 either, Mike. So the little hooker's got out. Here it is here. No, he's just outside the 40 there. But a good kick from Carr. It only landed a metre or so inside. But it'll be a good relieving play for Wyong too. I'm sure they'll take a little bit of time to pack this scrum.
6-all. Woy with the breeze at their back in the first half. Dean Amos with the ball for Wyong. Tremendous effort by the Wyong club today as we see another penalty. Wyong in all 4 grades today, and that is a tremendous performance by the Roos. We'll give you those lower grade scores a little bit later on in our telecast. Penalties, 5-4 in favour of Wyong. And this is Mike Stevens for Wyong. He's got it within 31 metres. Lanam was the one that ran the decoy, but they were awake up to that Woy. Now the short side through Brezelneck, the little run around. Still going, Mark Brezelneck. He's nearly through. He's 18 metres out from the Woy line. Lawton at dummy half for Wyong. Amos has got the ball now to Ralph. Ralph looking for support and runners. He's got him through Crotty, trying to set up a bit of an overlap with Turkington, but he took it himself, gives it off to his centre partner in Anthony Fenton, and he's held up 10 metres out. Short side once again. Ralph's not too far away from the line. Good defence there by Woy. Just an ankle tap right at the appropriate moment. Lofts throws the long pass to Harris. Harris some fancy footwork. Coming off the upright, Mariska bats it over the dead ball line, and Wyong will get it back. Good sustained pressure by Wyong.
Yeah, they completed another set. Their coach will be very happy in that. And, it's Matty Harris who just slips it into the in goal here. Nelly actually came off the upright, which would have been, well, the goal post. There it just shades across the front of it. And Mariska it is. Slides it over the sideline, and that's a saving. A good sustained play by Wyong.
And that's a better 6 for them. They actually complete, and as you were saying, Richard, their kicking game hasn't been great. For the first time they've actually put the ball into the end goal. Now they've got to do a line drop out and they get the ball back again.
Dave Mariska, again, almost to the halfway, and there it goes. 65-metre restart, and it's a good chase by the Woy club. And here's Mark Rudd, just sticks the head down. That's how he scored that try for Wyong, just stuck the head down, sliding under the defence. A little bit of a hint of a knock on there too as Mike Stevens takes it up, and he's held up, now put to ground. 10 metres inside Woy's territory. Cousins, Berry forced to make the tackle, along with Matthews, who's back out on the field. Brezelnik once again gives it off to Crotty. Crotty trying to put on the fancy step. And Davis wraps him up with the help of some friends. Brezelnik, Amos. They turn it over. Now picked up by Goslet. And Woy. Now he turns it over. Play on. Lawton's got the ball.
He's out, that boy. The Woy guy got his head slammed on the ground. That was a... Oh, there was nothing. Oh, dear. He's in a bit of bother.
So, and there is some concern once again. The doctor being called for, I think. And Ray Windel. Here it is again. It's Troy Goslet. And bang. Now, that's a penalty in any man's language.
Yeah, and if we see it from this angle, have a look at this, Mike. You can see, watch his head hit the deck here. Oh, there's nothing but head hit there. Teedle and arm.
Well, I've seen him in the NRL actually be cited and appeared for the judiciary because of a tackle like that caliber. So, you know, they've got to really have a look at that closely because he's not well, that boy.
Troy Goslet. So we've seen some heavy defence, and Woy have been on the receiving end of most of it. So Goslet heading to the dressing sheds. And we're just short of the half-time break. And Hayden Berry. Good defence there by Dave Lawton. Ward to Carpenter. Carpenter's looking dangerous every time he's got the ball, but it's not in his hands often enough in attack, I don't think. Carr. Here's Matthews. He's put the ball on the park, on the deck. Now, if Wyong come up with possession, why not play on?
Well, exactly. He's obviously blown the whistle, but Mike, just prior to Wyong gaining it, that he had no hesitation, did he, referee Windel, in saying that just lost it cold. He obviously must have tried to pass it in that melee.
Now, Neil, why isn't that play on?
Well, it should be play on from my eyes. I can't understand why, but Wyong will be happy just to get the ball anyway. Just another replacement for Woy. Mike. Nathan Gray has gone on for Gossett.
So they turn it over again.
They're just wasting their possessions. Wyong, they had a real good couple of opportunities in the last half a dozen minutes to put some more points on the board, but they're just going that one past too many at times.
Dixon now. He's still short of the halfway. Now they make a little bit of a break. An incisive run, but it's shut down. A couple of metres inside Wyong territory. Carr, he hasn't stopped in this first 40 minutes, Bruce Carr, and he's got it within 30. Away they go again. Oh, the big shoulder charge there by Matty Ralph, and that'll be a penalty. Heffernan had already kicked through, uncalled for and unneeded from Matty Ralph, and this might just give Woy the lead at half-time, and the touch he's in again.
Well, that's just silly, isn't it? He really went out of his way, Matt Ralph, to put it on Heffernan. It wasn't a bad charge either, but just silly stuff. I mean, that's his second major indiscretion. Here it is again, Bakes.
Certainly was. Like, I noticed Matty Harris, he was actually going off his head at Ralphie for actually doing that tackle, and he just patted him on the head and said, wake up yourself. There was no need to do that because there was 6 tackle. They had the ball back and they could have been coming off their own line, but now Mariska could take a kick of goal and put him in the lead.
So Bruce Carr's got the ball. They're going to go for the try. Now he gives it off to Shane Davis, and Shane Davis is within about 4 metres of the Wyong line. Carr again at dummy half. Now it's in the hands of Hayden Berry. The long, beautiful ball to Ward. Ward now to Heffernan, stepping left and right. Gives it out to Dixon. Dixon for the line. He's held up just a metre short. Great play there by Woy, spreading the ball, and it came from a great pass by Berry. Mariska just diving for the line. He's held up. getting up, plays it now. Now they come open. They're standing a little bit bunched. Here's Daniel Coote for Woy, and he's held up again. Brilliant defence by Wyong. They force him back. He's 12 metres out now. Shane Ward running from dummy half to Henderson. They've got to score. No, it goes. Mariska goes, yes. Just weight of numbers and weight of possession. And Dave Mariska gets a try that could be very telling in the wash-up of the grand final. Just sustained pressure once again. Mariska hasn't had a happy game, but that'll put a smile on his face.
Yeah, Mike, that's a great reply just short of half-time. Let's go back to that indiscretion by Ralph. There was no need for it, and this is what's happened. Wyong defence is holding up quite well until this stage as Shane Ward gets it away. And there's the fullback getting it onto Mariska. He still had plenty of work to do. There's plenty of defence there, but he just sliced through the little hole, and it's a good try.
I've got a little bit of a question mark about the last pass, but that doesn't mean anything at the moment because the try's been awarded. But this bloke did well there, but that was the money ball. A real quick pass there, but this is the pass that I was a little bit of doubt in. I thought Moya went forward to Mariska, but he's done really, really well here. He's got under about three tackles and scored a very good try for Woy.
Now, in any man's language and in any code, you don't stop and ask the question. Dean Amos asked the question and he wasn't effective in the tackle. Mariska saw that and got right around him.
Well, the old story, isn't it? You've got to play the whistle, and the whistle didn't go, so they've got to, they've just got to play the game as they see it. Now Mariska's got the opportunity to take them 6 out, 6 in front, just out from the break.
So Dave Mariska. ...20 metres out. About 5 or 6 in from touch. You'll have a great shot of it here. Mariska moves in, strikes it beautifully. What a kick, and there it is, successful with the kick. And Woy now lead the Wyong Roos 12 points to 6, right on half-time. What a kick, Richard.
Oh, well, I was never much of a goal kicker. Neil Baker would appreciate that.
Fantastic kick, wasn't it? Never looked like missing from the moment it left his boot.
Oh,
you haven't been giving him some coaching bakes, have you?
I don't know about that, Mike.
No, he's an old toe poker bakes. Remember back in the days, unlimited tackle.
Well, Matty Ralph, he'll want to atone for that because it was a silly penalty to give away. And how many tries do we see in any grade of football coming off mistakes? And Wyong may very well rue that as Lawton makes the tackle on Coote. They get up and play a little bit more spring in their step now as Duncan Smith hits it out. And that's some good meterage in the first 2 tackles of this set of 6. And this is Somerville. Somerville now, he's just short of the halfway. And one thing that Wyong have been able to do in this first half is shut down the quick play the balls by Woy. But in this first set of 6 after that try, it's evident that they are starting to get a little bit of confidence going as Carpenter's almost through. Carpenter has got Berry in support. Berry now. Berry's inside the 10, gives it away to Ward. And Ward will score. That is a sensational try. And that came from the restart. But put that down to brilliant play by the entire Woy side. Carpenter was the one that made the break in the end, but the support play by the entire team from go to away from that restart was superb.
Oh, a few minutes ago, Neil Baker said Hayden Berry hadn't been involved much, and he was 100% right. Have a go at this. What about the pass here from Jason Carpenter back to Berry? That's this one, and Hayden Berry had no right to make this pass, but he certainly did. And there's Ward with a left foot step there. Wyong in all sorts of disarray, and that is a fantastic try from the Woy side.
You hit the nail on the head, Mike, when you said that the play the balls from Woy was being nullified by Wyong, but all of a sudden they've got a roll on. And this bloke's a very good footballer, Carpenter. What a great pass back inside to Berry. But as you say, he had no right to get this ball away, but it was a beautiful around the corner pass to Ward. And he's been very good for Woy today, done everything right and scored a very good try for him.
Yeah, brilliant stuff, and he's pretty happy on that. So the floodgates have opened momentarily for the Woy side, and this is a handy lead they'll take in at half-time. Dave Mariska can throw this one over, and that's 3 from 3 for Dave Mariska. And all of a sudden, we see the gap out to 12 points now, 18-6 in favour of Woy, the defending champions.
Well, here it is here. You just watch here the ankle tap that Brezelnik puts on Carpenter as we hear the siren in the background. And this pass from the halfback is just amazing, absolutely amazing. And there's Ward, as Neil said, just desserts for a very good half of football, and this game has turned in the twinkling of an eye.
So 3 tries to Woy Woy, 1 to Wyong in the first half. Smith, Mariska and Ward tries for Woy Woy. Mark Rudd the try scorer for Wyong. Mark Brezelneck 1 from 2. And Dave Mariska 3 for 3 for Woy Woy. And half-time here in the grand final of 99 on the Central Coast, 18-6 in favour of the champions.
See our huge range of inner spring mattresses. Save up to 10, 20, 30, 40% off. Save up to $800 on therapeutic back care ensembles. Save $300 on queen ensembles, just $6.99. Timber beds and bedroom furniture all reduced. No deposit, interest-free terms. Buy direct from the manufacturer and save.
Sleep City. We make the bets, you make the savings.
And you'll sleep in comfort.
The Arena mega musical Happy Days explodes on stage. Craig McLachlan as the Fonz, Rebecca Gibney, John Stevens, Doug Parkinson, Wendy Hughes and Jo Beth Taylor as Laura. Special guest, the original Mr. C, Tom Bosley, and Human Nature as The Naturals. Happy Days, October 7 and 8, Newcastle Entertainment Centre. Book now at the venue or Ticketek.
Get ready for the speed. The 1999 Westfield Hornsby to Swansea Cycle Classic. 3 big days of racing excitement. Friday, September 17, Swansea sizzles with a special criterium starting at 5 p.m. Saturday, September 18, the action continues at Hornsby Mall. Sunday, September 19, it's a classic case of speed and endurance. Action ignites 9 a.m. Hornsby. Racing via Calgary Circuit to Doyleson and onto Swansea for the thrilling finish. Top prize money and points are up for grabs. A classic not to be missed.
Barry Robertson Holden, they can't be beaten.
It's huge. Barry Robertson Holden's big Commodore VT Series 1 run out is now on, and you'll save thousands on 99 plated cars.
They can't be beaten on Holden's.
Commodore VT Series 1 from $29,990 plus free air conditioning. Yes, $29,990. You better hurry. There's only 9 left at these run-out prices while stocks last.
Without Barry Robertson Holden, it'd be unbearable.
Barry Robertson Holden Togra. Get in now and save.
Who's bridging the gap in mowers? Bridge Mowers East Gosford for the largest range and top brand names in push mowers. Ride-ons, blower vacs, brush cutters, chainsaws, and garden shredders. Bridge Mowers East Gosford, bridging the gap in mowing.
On 60 Minutes, world fame, then shame.
It was worse than death.
The perverted crimes of Test umpire Steve Randall.
You go into the students' bedrooms.
A wife left to cope with the humiliation.
You do feel like you are on trial yourself all the time.
Also, from buffhead to icon.
Watch out, please.
Why Jeff Kennett's the best politician in Australia.
What have you got in your knapsack there? Have you got caviar?
And the outrageously down-to-earth Jamie Lee Curtis.
This is Hollywood for you right here.
Toyota presents 60 Minutes, Sunday, 7:30.
Thank you very much.
So referee Ray Windel gets us underway for the second half, and Wyong have everything to do as Roger Best. That's a barnstorming run first up, and Wyong really had to put on the clappers and drag into a ground. A great restart. 18-6 in favour of the defending champions. Wyong have it all to do in the second half.
Yeah, they sure do, Mike. Those 2 converted tries just prior to the break on the back of a mistake from the Wyong club has really left them with a huge mountain to climb, and we'll just check on the wind conditions here in a minute with Neil Baker, but the Woy Woy kicking game.
Here they go again. It's Dixon. Dixon now gets around another tackle. No, he doesn't. Wrapped up. He's 32 metres out. I'll come back to Neil in a minute. Now here is Duncan Smith hitting it up for Woy Woy. They've started the second half how they finished the first. And he's now 25 metres out from the line. Goes to Ward. Try scorer. The little grabber kick. Lofts has to do it all. Mark Rudd picks it up and he's dragged back into the in goal. No, he's just in the field of play. So a great restart, Neil, for Woy Woy. And has that wind picked up at all?
The wind has actually died down, Mike, as I speak. I think what Woy Woy really need to do is just consolidate now, just play steady football. They're a very good grafting side. I just thought the latter part of that half, in the first half, Wyong was starting to tire, and Woy Woy took control of the football game.
Alan Emery, the coach for Woy Woy. A handy half-time lead. And it was two very late tries that sees them in the position they are at the moment as Kyle White now tries to get things rolling for Wyong. But this will be the last, and they're still in their own territory by a fair way. Now Matt Rudd from a standing start stumped that one some 40 to 50 metres and picked up again by Dixon, who made that initial break, and Dean Amos, a good kick and chase. And they wrap him up 35 metres out from his own line. Heffernan just unloads to the 18 in Nathan Gray, and away they go again through Carr, just short of the halfway. So Woy Woy already looking sharp at the start of this second half. Roger Best just pushes off Brezelneck. Carr going to dummy half. They decide to go the short side through Gray once again. He offloads back to Carr. Matt Harris, the tackler there for Wyong. 35 out. Berry to Ward. Kicks once again in some open spaces. Lofts out of position. Now back into the in-goal area, and they force him into the in-goal area, and they'll get the ball back, Woy Woy. So a very impressive opening stanza of the second half.
Well, their kicking game certainly picked up in the last 15 minutes of the first half, and there's a couple of fine kicks there from the 5'8" in Ward. He just puts it on the slipper nice and low, runs along the very hard dirt here at Woy Woy Oval, and gets into the in-goal, and Lofts really had not much of an opportunity there. It was a good chase on the kick.
Well, as you can see, that's all they really have to do is just do their completions right. In the first 5 minutes of this game, they've already had 2 completions with very good kicking games on top at the end of it. Now they've got the ball back with another set of 6.
So we're just waiting. Kyle White signal to the bench. He's coming off, and Cousins, I think it is, who's going on for Wyong. So Matt Rudd on screen there. Matt Ralph, I should say, with the ball, and a wobbly old drop kick, and it doesn't make halfway. And here's Roger Best. The welcoming committee comprised Harris and Lawton. Davis, better defence by Wyong, and that was Cousins involved there. Ward once again turns it back inside for Duncan Smith, and over the top goes Barrett with the help of Harris. Berry running at the line. Good solid defence there, and that was Anthony Fenton. Gray, Carpenter, a long pass to Ward. Who wants it? Dixon's got it. He's unloaded. 15 metres out from the line. Last tackle coming up, and he's not that flash either. The St John's ambulances blokes have certainly earned their fee here this afternoon. Ward grubber kicks into the in-goal area again. Lofts is there, but he stays in the field of play and just gets under a little bit of a high shot too. But he's done well. As Stuart Lofts for Wyong just to relieve a little bit of the pressure, and Mark Rudd now just works it out for a couple.
Well, once again, another fine kick from Woy Woy. They just couldn't collar the Wyong players in the in-goal, but I'll tell you what, they've got it territorially at the moment, Woy Woy, and they just can't get trapped into shifting the ball too wide. As Neil said, just get through their completions, and that'll wear Wyong out defensively.
So now here's Ralph, and that's a smart move. Let's get out of the danger zone and hoof it way downfield, but their chase has got to be clever and quick. Dixon taking on Fenton, got around him, can't get around Rudd, and that's a fine tackle. But Dixon, Neil Baker has started their second half on fire.
He certainly has. He's a very good fullback, very safe. Always his kicks return, he always makes good ground for Woy Woy, and that's what you need from the fullback position.
Duncan Smith goes to ground, 31 out from the line. Gray at dummy half. Best involved once again. Takes on Cousins. It just about gets over the top of him, but made 10 metres. Carr again goes to the left. They're making another tackle is the number 11 in Peter Lenan. But they are within striking distance, Woy Woy. Now they go the open side. This is Davis. Davis trying the Maori sidestep, and he's fairly close to the line. 5 metres out, last tackle now coming up. Short side dummy, picked up beautifully, went forward, he says. Ray Windel right in line with that, but everyone here thought the Woy Woy were in again.
Well, what hands from Heffernan to pick that one up. It was amazing. It just slid a little bit forward there. The hooker, once again, has done well, but have a go at the pick-up from Heffernan from the big man, but unfortunately slid forward.
Matt Harris trying to get things going for Wyong. And Heffernan this time involved in defence. And that's against the captain in Dave Barrett. So Woy Woy have lifted in all departments, not only their attack, but certainly their defence. And here's Kyle White back out. And that's a determined run by the big front rower. Brezelnik throws the ball, the long pass to Ralph. Now out to Amos. Amos standing, gets it back inside now. And this is Crotty, and Crotty jumps over one defender to get to the halfway line. Amos once again, Ralph. Really a bit of a nothing kick, taken superbly there. And Woy now just ready to run it out again, but the defence through Turkington and also Crotty spot on that occasion. This is Ward. No, it's not. It's the fullback in Dixon. Both have headgear. Heffernan. Crotty makes made a good tackle, but then went on with it a little bit. He's in there again, and Roger Best didn't like that one too much. And you can see that as plain as the nose on your face.
That was going to happen, wasn't it? Benton was involved in the little one. We saw a little bit of a facial. There was not much in that, but he chased the Woy centre out of marker, and both the touchies are in. Come back to it now. There's the little hooker getting away, and there's Best. There's the first one. Watch this one. Wooshka. Bit of swisho there, so a lot of spirit in this game. Wyong can't afford to lose it totally at this stage.
Doing it hard enough now.
Have a look at this. Look, really, the tackle was made there. He resented it. Best really resented it, but it was a bit of a high shot. And, the penalty will go to Woy for sure here.
Oh, look out.
Okay, I want you to listen to these as well. Same thing.
Exactly the same.
Okay.
2 tables in a row. Number 4's got high.
Okay, not a problem. Like I say, thank you. You want to mark it? Yeah. I'm trying to keep you here. I'm trying to make a good game of it. Yes, no, okay, not a problem. Thanks a lot, fellas. All right.
So just a little warning there for Ray Windel, trying to keep you here, signifying the fact that we don't want to get anyone sent off. Just enjoy the day, boys. So here they go again. Shane Davis. Oh, he's in there again. He's not going to take a backward step. He said, oh, listen to you, Mr. Referee. Shane Davis gets up a little bit groggy. Here's Daniel Coote. Matty Harris in there with a solid hit too. So Wyong know that they've really got to be the next to score in this grand final. Carpenter leading by example. He gets it within 30 metres, drops the ball. It's a penalty. Reefed away, says the referee.
I think referee Windel's exactly right there. Matt Harris. No, it's Ralph. Ralph again, hasn't he given some penalties away, the big fella? There's Kyle White. It's actually Kyle White. I'm sorry, Matt. Ralph. Kyle White strips the ball there, so I'll tell you what, Wyong can't afford to lose anyone to the bin, because that will just play right into the open flowing game of Woy.
I really believe that's a rule that they've got to have a look at, though, don't you? Would you agree on that one? Because it's just so easy to cough up the ball. Like, if you can't hang on to the ball, you don't deserve to have it.
Yeah, well, it always used to be about a bit of ball security, and I suppose when you've got a big guy like Kyle White trying to strip it from you, but you're right, Nels, dead right.
Yeah, I think it has to be looked at, because how many penalties do we see in a game of footy these days from stripping the ball, and it just drives everyone crazy. But you've got to play by the rules, and the rules at the moment so that you can't strip the pill. So Dave Mariska is trying to make it a little bit more difficult for Wyong. They would have to score 2 tries and convert them both, and he's trying to get Woy to a situation where Wyong have to score 3 times. So Mariska, 3 from 3 so far today. 30 metres out, 20 in for the right-hand touchline. It's kicked well so far, strikes it well too. The touchies don't move too much at all. Up go the flags, and Woy extend their lead. They now lead 20 points to 6.
Unfortunately for families, some clubs don't cater for them. But at Wyong Leagues, we're the family club, with new family entertainment area for the littlies. For older kids, a new entertainment area that's out of this world. And for everyone, a family restaurant with some of the best food and value in town. So become part of the family club, the new Wyong Leagues Club, Lakehaven Drive, Canwell, today.
Make life better.
Learn to get more from your mortgage and unlock more money for a better lifestyle. Come to our free seminar and learn the secrets from Magic Money. It is free, but you must book. Phone now, sponsored by Elcom Credit Union.
I'm not so young anymore, so my health is very important to me.
That's why I drink Sunraysia 100% natural prune juice every day.
Yes, it has many important vitamins and minerals, like vitamin C, potassium, calcium, iron, It's a good source of dietary fibre. It keeps me regular naturally.
Sunraysia may be a little more expensive than other brands, but I trust Sunraysia. You can't put a price on good health.
You could get an unexpected reward in over 200 Sydney supermarkets.
We're off to stake our claim.
Wouldn't you rather claim your stake? Here's your shopper docket.
Buy one steak, get the other one free. Tell me where to go.
Just follow your nose till you get to the Black Stump.
You could enjoy this Shopper Docket reward at your nearest Black Stump restaurant.
The Black Stump. Better claim your steak before the rush starts.
Shopper Dockets. Why wait for your reward?
Australian View, Australian Light, controlled with Australian style. Beach is the new versatile blind that provides the answers to all your window dressing requirements. Beach, with its subtle natural texture, is not only easy on the eye, but it's also easy to operate, giving you privacy and control over the great Australian outdoors. Inexpensive and simple to install, Beach is suitable for any style of home. Beach is Australian style, available on the Central Coast from Insignia of Erina Heights. Phone today.
Special announcement, tile buyers. The Tile Warehouse. You will save.
So Brezelneck with a restart for Wyong. And a great take there. And Kyle White was the welcoming committee for Daniel Coote. Davis, he's played strongly as a fresh reserve, but just forced back one, and he threw one at Matty Ralph. No touch judge on this occasion. So the kick from Ward to Stuart Lofts. Mariska's there, and he's held up. If they go on with it, it's going to be a penalty. Has to be. And that's silly play from Dave Mariska. And Neil Baker, we saw him with a very disciplined performance last year in the grand final. He's just been a little bit over-enthusiastic in 1999.
He certainly has. He had every right to get away from him there. Like, he's even put his arms up and surrendered, and he just went on with it as well. And as I keep saying, the referee, Windel, he'll just penalise you all day doing things like that.
Oh, there's one that might have been called out too. Duncan Smith just rolls off Peter Lenard, but it was a more determined run. Here's Barrett once again for Wyong. Gets the ball away, and it's a superb one to Brezelneck too, but the cover was there. Barrett, Amos, now to Harris. Harris sights a little gap. Gets out of one tackle, still going Matty Harris. He's at 29 metres out from the line now. Turkington to Amos. Ralph gives it to Crotty. Gets out of the tackle of Smith, still going Chris Crotty. And he's back slammed 31 metres out. Brezelneck to the open side to Ralph, who's been in everything. A cut-out pass to Harris was a good one. Harris now gives it to Turkington. Turkington is 15 metres out from the line. Wyong have got to score. The back line is set deep. Amos decides to go high. It's in front of the sticks. Dixon's coming across. They make a meal of it. This will be time. I think it's Chris Crotty, is it? Woy made the blue, and Wyong pounced. I think it's Chris Crotty, and he's awarding the try. He gets the nod for the in-goal touch judge and the touchies, and Wyong have hit back.
Yeah, well, they certainly needed to. We've said that right from the break. And this was a tremendous kick here from young Dean Amos. He put it nice and high, and it just fell short of the line. And actually, the Woy players, you'll see, get in each other's road. Communication wasn't too good there. And it's the three, is it? Chris Crotty from Wyong. Good hit back from the Roos.
Certainly was. They needed to do that at this stage. Very good kick by Amos. They just collided with each other, these pair. I don't think there was any communication here, as you can see. They both got in to take the ball, and they've coughed it up. And as I say, Wyong really needed that try.
So the Roos are back, Chris Crotty, and they needed to be the next to score. And Brezelneck now, 1 from 2, moves in, didn't take any time with the kick, but the flags go up. And the Roos are back in the ball game. It's 20 points to 12 in favour of Woy.
Want a night of excitement? It's all here. The games, the latest technology, the prizes, the meals, the free drinks and service, the entertainment, And, of course, the excitement. Yes, it's all here at Wyong Leagues Club, Lakehaven Drive, Canwell. A night of excitement every night. So get some excitement now.
The Doorbuster Door Sale is on this weekend at Doors Plus for 4 days only. All stock reduced by up to 50%. You will save on bifolds, entry doors, interior doors, 10-light joinery doors, and locks, knobs and knockers. Plus we can fit, stain and deliver. Save up to 50% this weekend only at the Doors Plus 4-day Doorbuster Sale. Ends Monday. For a free measure and quote and huge savings, visit a Doors Plus showroom today. Doors Plus, no fuss.
There's so much happening in the office today. Thank goodness you can do it all by Reflex. Because Reflex is so advanced, it performs perfectly in all your office equipment. So efficient, you can run your whole office by Reflex. And get a lot more of that Reflex action.
When you need treated timber, Kimball's Timbers. When you need any type of lattice, Kimball's Timbers. When you need quality treated pine for any project, Kimball's Timbers. And when you need a better price, like 1.5 metre treated pine fencing from $22.50 a linear metre, or dressed lattice from $16 a square metre. Yes, fencing from $22.50 and dressed lattice from $16 a square metre. So whatever your treated timber needs, Kimball's Timbers, 6 Journeyman Close, Berkeley Vale, because they're the top cat in treated pine.
Owning a swimming pool makes really good sense. A pool or spa is the cleanest, safest place for swimming. Spaza sets standards of skill, workmanship and ethical business behaviour in the best interest of swimming pool and spa owners. For your peace of mind when choosing a new pool, renovating or repairing an older one, and when seeking advice and service, always deal with a Spaza member. For a free magazine and list of your local members, call 1-800-802-482 today.
Detective Jack Cole is starting over.
So why LA? New York didn't have enough psychopaths for you?
But someone from his past has framed him for murder.
The only piece of evidence I got points right at you. Nobody threatens me.
Steven Seagal.
Are you ready? Ready for what? For this.
Kid Ivory Wayans.
Get down on your knees. Not without dinner and a movie.
In a blockbuster movie premiere.
If that's the best you got, I'm just gonna have to kill you.
The Climax, 8:30 Sunday on NBA.
Dave Mariska with the restart for Woy. Down to Matt Ralph, who really has been involved. Jason Carpenter, the tackler, along with Hayden Berry. Won't take this opportunity to go sideline. Neil Baker with a very special guest.
Yeah, I have down here on sideline with me Terry Hill, Manly Warringah, first grade rugby league player in Australian centre. Thanks for joining me, Terry. And just what brings you to the Central Coast? Obviously, the grand finals won.
Yeah, certainly, Neil. I actually have been living up here for the last 12 months, but I originally went to school at Yamina High School here, and I've got a fair bit of family up here, so I played with the big fella for Wyong, the big number 8 Kyle White, back in the West days in 92, 93, so I've come down here to watch him play today.
He certainly had a big impact in the first half. He enjoys his football. He plays a very good game of football with offloads, doesn't he? And they need that to happen right now.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I just think, in the first half he got a good offload where they scored. But I think Wyong, they're trying to go around Woolwood, and I think if they start sometimes play through them, once they start to play through them, they're going to be half a chance. But at the moment, it's just been a bit of a struggle.
It's been a very good game of football all the same. It's been a pretty tough game.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, like I said, there hasn't been too much, there hasn't been that much flair shown. I mean, they've just been taking it up, and the weather gets a little break here and there. Woolwood seems to have the upper hand, but I just think, like I said, I think Wyong got to start playing through them and not around them, and they'll get results.
Mate, you got any idea where you'll be next year as far as the format goes? Obviously there's been a lot of questions asked. Is Manly still going to survive in the competition?
Yeah, look, without a doubt, Manly are very confident that they can stand alone. If not, they've also got the option of the merger with North Sydney. But as for me, I'll be with Manly next year. There's a lot of talk here and there, but certainly with Manly next year.
All right, thanks very much for joining us, Terry. Appreciate your time.
Pleasure, Neil.
Terry Hill sideline with Neil Baker, and the penalty's going to go to Wyong, so they're on a bit of a roll at the moment. Mark Brezelnick looking to take the quick tap, does so. Ralph, hasn't he lifted his game? Amos They spread the pass. This is Fenton. Fenton's inside the 10. Held up now. Wyong with a head of steam. Crotty goes to dummy half. Gives it to Amos once again. Little jinking step. But the Woy defence were equal to the task through Coots and also Dixon. Ralph with the ball. Gives it to his captain in Dave Barrett. Tried to run straight over the top of them, but he's held up 5 metres out right in front of the sticks. They come to the grandstand side through Ralph. Ralph now gives it off to Lanarn. Lanarn's held up. He can't get the arms free to deliver the pass. Well, he's attempted to. Got it away. Ralph knocks on.
Well, a wasted opportunity for Wyong there, unfortunately, but hats off again to the Woy defence. They're really just about out on their feet at the moment. Just back here's Pete Lanarn. Oh, hit in a great tackle there. I think it's, oh, no, it's the centre. Heffernan come in from the short side. And Matthew Smith, did he, or Duncan Smith, Matthew's brother, did he shot that one loose or not?
Well, the scrum's going to go down. Kyle White goes to the bench again. I think there is a bit of an ear problem, and the blood bin rule applies as the scrum goes down 10 metres out from the Woy line. But it's a bit hard to play a game of footy without the footy. It's just coming back in now. And Dean Amos taking an eternity to go and deliver this ball to Hayden Berry, who's got to feed the scrum. So they pack. In it goes. Nowhere near the tunnel, as normal. Carr gives it off to Davis. He steps straight over the Matty Harris for Wyong. And Woy on a bit of a roll. Developing into a very good game of footy as Lawton makes the tackle on Carr. Dixon, he's been a danger in the second half. Carr will go to the dummy half position once again. Cuts out one to Ward, turns back inside to Best. And Wyong just hold the Woy juggernaut up as Duncan Smith really got around Dave Lawton with a great deal of ease. Carr goes to the short side once again. Berry kicks over the top, and the pressure's on Turkington and also Dean Amos. And I think it was Nathan Gray who was coming through there and got a couple of accidental knees to the back of Dean Amos, and he's down again, the little halfback. He's been in the wars all day.
Yeah, there's not much of him. There's plenty of heart about him, Dean Amos. You see him, great bit of cover there coming from Amos, and we're, oh gee, he's lucky that the Wyong winger didn't get his hand to that because he was in front of him, but it was an accidental collision. The little fella's down for the count.
10 metres out from their own line, the Roos. Mark Rudd trying to get around Dave Mariska, but he's going to find himself in a touch. They turn it over. Here's Carpenter. Carpenter's got Heffernan. Oh, backslam there. Picked up. That was Lanarn, the tackler. What a tackle on Heffernan. Now this is Somerville. Somerville for Woy. Again, right in front of the post, about 18 metres out from the line. Carr coming back to Dixon. Oh, this is Ward on. There's a big shoulder charge too. That ball's gone forward. And Wyong in possession of the scrum will go down.
Oh, let me tell you, Peter Lanarn's raised the bar as far as defence goes. That was an enormous tackle on the Woy attacker. It was, have a go at here. This is Rudd. It looked like making a mistake. Jason Carpenter picks it up. Just lost it a bit there. Inside to Heffernan. Have a go at this one. What a great tackle. And then he's forced a mistake a couple later to make it a scrum feed for Wyong. Great game, Rabs.
The sun breaks through here at Woy Oval. We haven't had any rain during the game. Neil Baker is certainly praying that it stays that way, and I think this is Alex Starrett who is on for Wyong in 16. So they're about 12 from the halfway. Dave Lawton gets up and plays it slowly. Amos, Ralph, Barrett, Carpenter and Berry make the tackles. Kyle White ready to come back on, and the strapping around the ears is getting heavier and heavier. Ralph, Amos needs to shift it quickly. They've got a double overlap. Lawton gives it out to Harris. Harris comes back to Crotty. Crotty now. And Carpenter makes the tackle. 38 metres out from the Woy line. Last tackle now for the Roos. Amos, Ralph, just a run around. Oh, there's a high tackle, got to be a penalty. Smith thought he was away. Little Amos, he can't take a trick.
Well, goodness me.
Dave Barrett, the captain, just questioning it. And Ray Windel getting a call from the sideline. I think the test judge is coming in, and we might find one under 40, Richard.
Well, talking to the referees at half-time, they don't have a local reporting system. So referee Windel needs some assistance from his touchy here because it was an awkward-looking tackle. Jason Carpenter trying to plead the case. This is just what Wyong's going to need now. Is here we are here. Here's a little halfback. The old run around Matt Ralph. And it's, well, oh,
there's
look at the splits.
That.
No, there's not.
No, absolutely nothing in it.
It just looked bad. Have a go at his leg split, the little fella. Oh, goodness me.
In actual fact, you couldn't blame, I think it was Shane Davis, Neil, because the old wraparound movement had to be awfully close to a shepherd.
It certainly was. I think the touch, he's just come in. He's had a bit of a listen to the crowd behind him, and he's thought, I better get in there and do something about this, but there was nothing in the tackle.
He doesn't look well, but the kid.
No, Dean Amos is in all sorts of strife.
I think it's from all the other knocks he's had.
Yeah. Here's big Kyle White. Have a look at the steamroller. Wind up now. They trail by 8 points, the Roos. Brezelnik. Ralph. Back inside to Barrett. Smith makes another tackle. Just rolls out of it. Ralph again. Trotty. Back inside to Harris. Harris still pumping those legs towards the line, but he's held up 10 metres out for the Woy Woy line. Brezelnik at dummy half once again. They come out the back line through Ralph. Ralph gives it off to Lofts. Lofts unloads to Ralph. Still going. That Ralph's not too far away from the line. And a heavy defence there from Woy Woy was provided by Gray. Now it goes out. Brezelnik. Brezelnik stepping. Gives it off to the new man on in the 17 jumper. Harris will score for Wyong. Matty Harris has been living out of the back line. They just spread it through weight of numbers, and the Wyong Roos are right back in this ball game, Richard James.
Yeah, they've just maintained their sensibility in this second half. They look like they might be losing it there for a while, but Matty Harris just deserts for him. Just watch Brezelnik here, and he gets the ball here inside and shots it back around to the 17. And Matty Harris here, he got that from a standing start, and he's had a bit of work to do. A dummy, the defence fell off him, and Matt Harris in the corner. Great hit back from Wyong, but they really needed it, Neil.
They certainly did need it, but they're right back into the ball game, as you know. The width of the passing's what got hold of Woy Woy here. They didn't expect them to unload the ball. This is a good long pass out to Harris. Harris is not a noted runner of the football. He's more of a grafter of a player, and they've just hung off him there, and he just kept going to the line. And he can't believe it himself, but it was a good try for Wyong, and they're right back into it.
So Matty Harris had stints with Lakes United. He's been playing with Wyong for quite a few years now. And that is a very, very good try to the Roos. Brezelnik would love to slot this one over and get them even closer. 2 from 3 so far today, and the chant goes up. Woy Woy with the Clayton's Cup on the line. Undefeated so far this year. It's been a wonderful performance. Can they hang on? Brezelnik, another great shot of it. Strikes it well, but it's just waved away. So 2 from 4 for Mark Brezelnik. And here in the grand final on the Central Coast, 2016 in favour of Woy Woy.
When something is good, make it great. Introducing the all-new Burjo's catchphrase.
Never had anything named after me before.
And to celebrate, watch for your chance to win a trip to Bali. The all-new Burjo's catchphrase starts 5:30 Monday on NBN.
I hear everybody saying that up near the grapevine is a place where the deals are just fine. Vintage Ford has the bigger the crowd.
It's the sign of the times. Everybody's heading to Vintage Ford Cessnock because they know that's where the best deals are on all new Fords and quality used vehicles. Come and talk to the Valley's best sales team and pick your best bargain. It's worth your while and you'll drive away with a smile.
Vintage Ford, the bigger the crowd.
The Arena mega musical Happy Days explodes on stage. Craig McLachlan as the Fonz, Rebecca Gibney, John Stevens, Doug Parkinson, Wendy Hughes and Jo Beth Taylor as Laura. Special guest, the original Mr. C, Tom Bosley, and Human Nature as The Naturals. Happy Days, October 7 and 8, Newcastle Entertainment Centre. Book now at the venue or Ticketek.
Announcing a new store for Erina Heights. A store for fine furniture,
pieces from around the world for international decorator items and for affordable gifts. The name, insignia of Erina Heights. Yes, the country store now has much more than just country furniture. Discover for yourself the new insignia of Erina Heights today.
The iMac bundle includes the iMac computer, free internet connection with 100 hours free access, free software, free games, and a Hewlett-Packard 880C color printer, all for less than $25 a week. Grab your bundle now from Computer Centre Newcastle and Computer Centre Erina.
Right now, Eagles Plumbing Plus has a big plus for bathrooms and kitchens. 6 months interest-free. Yes, 6 months interest-free on baths and spas. Vanities, sinks, tapware, ovens and cooktops, dishwashers, and everything else. That's right, that's 6 months interest-free on the entire range of bathroom and kitchenware. Now that's a big plus. Only at Eagles Plumbing Plus, West Gosford, Charmhaven, Woy Woy. Hurry, limited time only.
He talks the talk.
It's a one-day job, Max.
And walks the walk.
Power saw kind of got away from you there.
He's living proof Black & Decker did have a love child.
Oh, sorry, did I get you? It's an electric drill. You get me, you kill me.
Friends, Monday on NBN.
So Mariska gets us underway again to Ralph. Just offloads to the better one in Dave Lawton. Barrett, the captain's tried hard all day. Brezelnik. Well, this is Starrett. Kyle White offloads, goes behind him. Ralph trying to put on the big fend on Hayden Berry.
Just on the number 17 for Wyong, Mike, it's Dane Garrison.
Dane Garrison, the 17. Thanks, Neil. So the kick this time down to Nathan Gray for Woy Woy. And Woy Woy haven't had the ball for a while, and they'll be looking to put a very solid set of six together in attack. They would have soaked up plenty of petrol in defence.
Yeah, they look a bit out on their feet at the moment. There's Jason Carpenter, their skipper, coming to the sideline. He hasn't been replaced at this stage, but it seems like Jason's nearly just walked off there. So they really, as you say, Mike, they need to get back on the front foot. Well, it's all Wyong.
There's a bit of a lifting tackle there from Brezelnik, I think it was, on Dave Mariska. The referee said it was all right. Daniel Coote and Alex Starrett makes a very good tackle. I think it's Starrett in 16. Berry. Kyle White just didn't go on with it. Wisely, Stuart Lofts gets around his opposite number in Sean Dixon. But Duncan Smith affects the tackle along with Heffernan. Mark Rudd. No, it's, this is... well, I think it might be Mark Rudd playing in 16. I think he's just changed jerseys in actual fact. There's a little bit of confusion in the Wyong side. It's a little bit difficult at times not having seen any of these players before, except maybe for Berry and Carpenter. On the Woy Woy side, we're certainly enjoying all the action of the Central Coast Rugby League Grand Final. We hope that you are too. This is Dane Garrison. They keep it alive. Ralph, they've got an overlap. They need to take it to Woy Woy. Here's Fenton stepping back inside. Knocked down by Woy Woy. Should be all right. And Roger Best has it. And he just goes to ground right on halfway.
Yeah, a bit of luck there for Woy Woy, but Wyong, no one really wanted to run the football. All they wanted to do was pass it. No one was straightening it up. But let's see how the Wyong side react here. We've got time being called off. Could be another blood bin.
Yeah, I think, is it a blood bin? No, he's going to say, yeah, play on. He thought that Kyle White, Alan Emery on screen, a little bit concerned at the moment. He thought that Kyle White may have been heading to the blood bin again.
He had it right there first, Mike. It was actually Dave Barrett was sent to the blood bin. That's what he pulled the play up for originally.
Right, he's got Barrett coming out of him all over the place, the captain. And here's a bit of trouble. I think it's Daniel Coote on the ground. So we've... certainly had some problems with injuries today. It's been a tough grand final, Richard.
Just as you'd expect, Michael.
And I think we might have a shoulder that's not necessarily in place. Rip Taylor showing quite a bit of concern on the bench with his player, and showing quite a bit of grey hair. That's what you're about to say, weren't you? Here it is. Let's have a look at what happened here. Oh, and I think that shoulder was just popped over. I think it's Daniel Coote. And he's not well at all. He's got his arm wrapped up in his jumper. And I think we might have had a pop shoulder. He's getting a generous round of applause. But there's been no big pardons here.
Oh, no. As I said before, you wouldn't expect it. It's a very tough game on the Central Coast. As Neil Baker will certainly attest to, nothing tougher than a grand final, no matter where you're playing. I'm sure the skipper there in Barrett won't be too far from re-entering the fray.
I'm making about 29 minutes gone in the second half. Woi Woi still lead Wyong 20 points to 16. Carr, Berry. Ward plays it now for Carr once again. Here's Matthews. Oh, and there was a solid hit too. There is certainly no self-preservation out there. That was 15 in Brendan Prowse. Here they go through. They're very close to the line. They turn it over. Knock on. So he'll set the scrum down 10 metres out again.
Hayden Berry just looking for that magic pass, and it wasn't to be. I was just about to comment that he's been a little bit quiet, and here he goes. He just explodes through a hole. Looked like scoring himself, but a great tackle from the fullback, and a good bit of defence coming over the top, forced that ball loose. Good defence from Wyong.
He is elusive, Neil, and I think Richard's right that Berry, to get his side back on winning ways, really has to take the game to Wyong at this stage.
He really does. He's the sort of player that does. He lives off his forwards. You know, the second phase, as I keep saying. And at the moment, the forwards for Woi have just gone a little bit soft, and they're just Wyong's got on top of him, and they really need to get back and take control. Otherwise, he can't do anything that he normally does with the magic that he's got.
So this is Peter Lannan with the ball for Wyong. Lawton. Ralph, they spread it through the back line. That was Garrett. This is Amos back into the fray. And they're just short of halfway. The Wyong Roos trail by 4. Try scorer in the second half, Matty Harris with the ball. And they jump all over him. Last coming up for the Roos. Harris just inside Woi Woi territory. They go the short side. Ralph a little chip kick over the top. They regather. They've got numbers. Garrett gives it away. And it's going to be Turkington. Maybe double movement. We're going to have to check on this. What do you think, Richard?
No,
Turkington, I think, has scored the try.
I haven't got any problems with the double movement. He was certainly plenty in motion there, but what a great little kick. Yes, and he's awarded it, referee Windel. And that is an enormous boost for the Wyong side. What a great kick from Matt Ralph on the short side. We criticised him for making some mistakes in the first half, but that is just an enormous kick, and I think that he is the one that regathered. If not, it was the 17 who's come on and have a go at this. What a great attempt from the fullback, but no troubles with the double movement.
Certainly was a good little play. Wyong's just caught Woi Woi napping down the short side, and Ralph has been a bit of a villain at times through the games. Little chip over the top. Miscarriton's thrown a great ball out to his centre partner. I've got no trouble with the try myself. His momentum definitely wasn't stopped, and that's a try for mine.
So Kevin Turkington it was, and here it is once again. And a beautiful little chip kick by Matty Ralph. And Garrett was who regathered and gave it out to Turkington. He headed for the line. Ralph had his hand in the air. He knew it was going to be a try, and they've levelled the ledger. And how important is this kick from the sideline? Kevin Turkington getting a congratulatory hug from his little halfback in Dean Amos. So Mark Brezelnick, who has 2 from 4 so far today, I'd love to slot this over, and they'll lift the roof off this grandstand if he does. The Monetas man. Mark Brezelnick moves in, strikes it, and it's going to hold up. It's not going to make the distance. Oh, gee, it was agonisingly close. So we have 20 all in the grand final. I'm making about 9 to go. If the scores are even at the end of the game, an extra 10 minutes each way will be played. We might get home Monday. You can hear the chants. The supports for Wyong. Is an upset brewing. 20 all in the grand final. And here's their courageous captain in Dave Barrett. It's had a bit of everything this grand final. Brezelnick held up. 20 out. Little knock on there, detected by the referee, and I think he was dead right. Ray Windel. Dave Barrett's got an ironical smile on his face, but it won't matter. Here it is, let's have a look.
Well, it didn't come off his foot. We'll never know. I'll tell you what, it's been ruled a knock on, and it was against Stuart Lofts, the Wyong fullback. Good opportunity for Woy.
So Ward plays it for Dixon. Dixon now looking to step around, but they've got a bit of an overlap here. This is Gray. No, it is not. It's the number 3, Mitch Berry, and he's absolutely pulverised over the top. Davis.
You have to go for the one.
Hayden Berry. He's just got to hang on to the pill. They force him back a couple of metres. 10 metres out from the line. Gray at dummy half. Mariska for the field goal. Charge down. 6 to go, he says. Here is Dave Mariska now. 9 metres out from the line. Gray goes to dummy half. Gray gives it off to Ward. Ward charges straight ahead. He's close to the line. He's over. He reached out the little 5'8", gets the nod, and there's the try. And the champions are back in front.
Well, goodness me. What a game of fluctuating fortunes for both sides. Woy. You just saw Mariska run in from the wing, and he really wasn't settled to take that shot at field goal, but they've got it back anyway. And this is a good play here. There's the little 5'8", to step off the left foot, and he had a lot of work to do, and he got through there, Shane Ward, and he showed some strength well above what he looks like, the little fella, and that is a great try.
Certainly, he's been one of the better players for Woy, Shane Ward. I always thought there might have been a little bit of a hint of a shepherd there, but it certainly wasn't. He's done really well here, showed a lot of strength here when you look at this. Great try for a good football player.
Yeah, just deserts as we have a look at it once again, and I think what Neil was talking about here is Gray was just standing in front of Lofts, I think it was, but Shane Ward just reached out and planted it across the line right in front of the sticks. So that certainly is now issued the challenge to Wyong once again as Mariska stabs it over. 5 from 5 for the winger. And Woy now lead Wyong with about 5 minutes to go. I make it on my time clock, 26:20. So it really has been a wonderful game of football so far. Can Wyong respond in the dying moments now? Oh, there's the mistake they might need. He's absolutely filthy. Jason Carpenter, the captain. And you won't see that in 3 seasons of football from Jason Carpenter.
Oh, he's very experienced, and he just took his mind off it. That's a simple get, isn't it? And he didn't get it that time. But a good kick-off. Well, here we go. Wyong's chance now to draw level.
We've got big Kyle White playing at 5'8" at the moment.
Wyong in marvellous position to again get within striking distance of the flag for 99.
You think we'll see a chip kick from Kyle White, Bakes?
I don't think so.
He's out there. And he's playing at 5'8" with Matt Ralph feeding the scrum. He's thrown the pass out to Amos. Amos has saw a little gap. No support there. They try to force him towards the touchline. Force him into touch. No, he's still in the field to play. Play on, it says Turkington. Nowhere to go. Just pushing off Mariska. He needs to go to ground. He does so now. 10 metres out. Wyong's back line is set very deep. It'll have to be a good slide from Woy. Now Brezelneck to Barrett. Harris, they will score again. Brilliant try to Anthony Fenton. What about this grand final? Anthony Fenton. They just had to spread it, as I said. Woy's defence wasn't up to the slide. And great hands along the back line. And the centre, Anthony Fenton's in for a try.
What about Brezelneck? The pressure's all on him now, but you called it right, Rabs. He's back to the mistake here from Jason Carpenter. And a matter of 4 tackles later, Wyong have gone over quite near the corner once again. But a good play here for mine was the lock, Dave Lawton, running a decoy play back inside. We just saw him shoot across screen there. Brezelneck with a good ball. There's Dave Barrett. Matty Harris did well. He drew the winger. And well, what a football game we've got here.
Brezelneck strikes it.
Kicked it.
And the touch judges put the flags up. He's kicked 3 from 6. Mark Brezelneck. And are we heading to extra time?
Well, once again, Tremendous. You can't phase this kid. He is just a great kicker of the football.
Rip Taylor on screen, barking instructions. 5 minutes to go, he says. 5 minutes to go, Neil Baker. At either end, field goal's the option.
Oh, it certainly is. What a great game of football. You couldn't wish for a better grand final. That Brezelnik, what a great player he is. As I said, that was a lot of pressure on him. They haven't given him any easy kicks today at all. And he plotted that one over straight from the sideline and put Wyong in with a big chance of winning the grand final.
I don't think Stuart Lofts wanted to carry that one at the defence. He just gave it off to his captain.
I'm sure he did, but what Wyong have got to do now, they've got to keep their heads on. They're going to win or lose this game between their ears. That's about it. They can't afford any mistakes. A good kick and try and put some acid on the Woy defence to force an error.
Here's Dave Barrett once again, steamrolling into the Woy defence. Jason Carpenter keen to make up for his mistake that cost his side 6 points. Ralph, they've got a bit of room to move. Good tackle there by Heffernan, but they're inside Woy's territory on the last. Too far out for a drop at field goal. They need to kick for field position. Here's Amos now, kicking out to Nathan Gray. He takes it and takes it well, 15 metres out from his own line, and he just wants to get away from that sideline, and they absolutely hammer him. Turkington, he's lifted his game. Lawton's lifted. Everyone's there. Here's Turkington to make another tackle with the help of Harris. Alan Emery shouting instructions as well to his Woy team. Great tackle right around the boot, Mason. I think that was Turkington again.
He's hurt Smith too.
Rooney. Cop that one, young Harry. Berry. Here's Mariska. Links up now with his centre partner in Mitch Berry. This grand final has had absolutely everything. Last tackle for Woy. To Carpenter. Carpenter kicks over the head of Stuart Lofts. A very, very good kick too. And it's holding up in the in-goal area. And he gets past Dixon. Gets out of another one. Now they hold him up 9 metres out. About 3.5 minutes remaining in normal time. Mark Rudd. He plays it. Started in actual fact, we've got the touch judge in. Well, while the action's been going on, we've missed everything here. The touch judge has come in. There's about 3 minutes to go, and we go back to halfway. Bakes, I've missed the incident. Well, did you see anything?
I did, and if it's on that incident with Mariska being taken out of the play, this bloke is a dead set joke because there was nothing in it whatsoever. And the grand final's going to be decided on something like this. Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give it away because it's just, well, he's entitled to make the tackle.
Yeah, well, I've got to tell you what, Bakes, it'll be interesting here, and there's Rip Taylor will be interested to see the result of this also, but I'll bet that...
Hey, this is where we're going.
Yeah, back down to 10.
Yep.
Yeah, have it here, this is where it happened.
Yep.
Go back down there.
That's fine.
Right, the kick's through.
Yep, listen.
Number 11. Right, it's taking me out late. You're stupid. Right,
go and hold.
Going down to the 10 now.
Okay, thank you. Go and hold spot. Well, we're going to go with here. Just more to go on.
Was it Peter Lannan that made that tackle on Mariska? Now they're going back to the 10. Mariska's in kicking distance.
How could he... there wasn't a result of the kick. If this is a penalty here...
Rip Taylor.
Can you help us now?
With a wry smile on his face.
That's what I'm saying. Where's the result? How can you penalise someone and take him? He's been taken out of the play on the halfway. Now, all of a sudden, he's walked him down another 50 metres, giving him a shot where he can kick a goal from. Like, we got another controversy grand final.
We certainly had one of the Newcastle grand finals, Cessnock and Western Suburbs. A disallowed try to Zane Clark. Now, this one's going to create plenty of discussion. If he kicks this, Neil Baker, you might need an escort down there. Just get the kids to give you a big cuddle.
Unbelievable.
Dave Mariska, 5 from 5. And we are within sight of the final whistle.
And I'll back him in here. He doesn't miss too many, this bloke.
Dave Mariska to put the defending champions in front once again. You've got a great shot of it there from our cameras. Dave Barrett, the number 10. He must be shaking his head, wondering what all that was about. He moves in, strikes it, never in doubt. And Woy are back in front. 6 from 6 for Dave. Dave Mariska, 28-26.
Well, it's had it all this game, hasn't it? It's a bit of controversy, plenty of blood spilt. Just back to the kick from Mariska. Once again, Neil Baker called it before he even lined it up that he doesn't miss many. So we're in for an action-packed final 2 and a bit minutes.
Well, there's going to be that penalty talked about for a long while to come. And there's the kick from Matty Rao, and he's flagged it out on the full. So things just not going Wyong's way. Right at the end here, here's the kick again. And I don't know whether we can... Oh, gee, it's absolute breath in it.
Well, thought I saw some chalk.
So Jason Carpenter saying, let's chew up as much time as we can. The referee's blowing time off. The runners are out there. He's waved time on again. And here's Davis. Well, Neil, plenty of controversy again.
Well, certainly is. I'm just disappointed in the game that's come down to a great game of football, and you have to have a touch judge run in and cost a side a grand final or extra time or whatever it is. I just can't believe that penalty was ever even warranted.
I can't Sorry, Mike. I can't believe where he gave the penalty. 60 metres from the incident.
So the big front rower, Roger Best, hands off to Jason Carpenter. And they are about 22 metres out from the Wyong line. Time almost up here at the grand final. Carr once again to Davis, who's been a tireless performer. Peter Lenard makes the tackle for Wyong, along with his captain in Dave Barrett. Hayden Berry. Berry now. Darts from dummy half, still going. Can't get the arms free to throw the pass. 10 out. Last tackle now. Carpenter. He sticks it on the toe. Taken out also, but Dave Barrett picks it up and Wyong are back in possession. But they've got to go the length of the field.
Tell me that wasn't the same result as the penalty that was given. He was taken out in very similar circumstances.
Brezelneck at dummy half. Wyong a little bit flat-footed, and this is Dane Garrett with the ball for the Roos. Ralph. Lord, can they inspire something out of nothing, Wyong? 32 out from their own line. There is the full-time siren, but it's play on. And they dive on the ball, and the referee whistles all over, and Woy Woy have repeated their magnificent performance of 1998 with a 28-26 victory, but that penalty will be talked about for years to come.
Right, sure will. Hopefully that's not what we remember the game by. It's a great effort to Alan Emery and his club and his side. And I bet Wyong grew that period just prior to half-time, because that's when they probably lost this game. There's Jason Carpenter, very worthy captain. Good effort for Woy Woy.
So the final score here in the Central Coast Grand Final 99, Woy Woy 28, Wyong 26, and we'll be back to wrap it up right after this break.
The NRL finals continue on NBN. They ran all over the Storm, and live tonight the Saints take on Sydney City. Then tomorrow Canterbury clash with Melbourne. The NRL finals this weekend on NBN.
Unfortunately for families, some clubs don't cater for them. But at Wyong Leagues, we're the family club, with new family entertainment area for the littlies. For older kids, a new entertainment area that's out of this world. And for everyone, a family restaurant with some of the best food and value in town. So become part of the family club, the new Wyong Leagues Club, Lake Haven Drive, Canwell, today.
Make life better.
It's from top to bottom. Yes, Tilecraft are having their annual clearance right now, and everything is reduced by as much as 60%. Like top quality terracotta floor tiles, bottom price from $19.95. First quality floor tiles from $17.95. First quality wall tiles as low as $13.50, and borders from 50 cents. Tilecraft's annual top to bottom clearance sale must end September 30 at Bonnell Road, Erina. Hurry, it's a top sale at a bottom price right now. Open 7 days.
We interrupt this program to bring you Dan Presser, Managing Director of Sunraysia Natural Beverages.
Trust Sunraysia to bring cranberry juice to Australia, Dan.
The Americans have known the cranberry secrets for centuries, Ma.
American Indians use cranberry for blends, drinks and sauces.
And American sailors drank cranberry juice for their vitamin C.
Sunraysia cranberry juice tastes so good you'd better hide it from the kids.
Too late, Ma.
Sunraysia cranberries are available at caring supermarkets and health food shops near you.
Where's the cranny, Granny?
Wyong Rugby League Club is proud to present a charity auction evening. With all the proceeds to the Central Coast Cancer Care Appeal, you'll have a great night out and support this great cause. You could take home a Tony Lockett jumper, an autographed Sir Donald Bradman photo, a Paul Harrigan jumper, an original Beatles program and lots more. Support the Cancer Care Appeal at the charity auction Wyong Rugby League Club, Friday 17, proudly supported by NBN Television.
The Central Coast campus is holding a community open day, Sunday, September 19, with lots of activities, demonstrations, displays and performances. It'll be a great opportunity to see this vibrant and energetic campus in action, obtain course advice and talk to the staff and students in a relaxed atmosphere. And by visiting all of the areas, you could win a great travel prize. Plus, for the kids, have a ride on a train, see Bamford the Cow and have some fun with the clowns. The Central Coast campus open day, Sunday, September 19.
Sunday at 3, State versus State, Mate versus Mate, with the first National Legends of League match played at Dairy Farmers Stadium, North Queensland. Lewis, Canny, Blocker, Belcher. Be there for the immortals of the game, Sunday at 3 on NBN.
Another country rugby league great grand final on the Central Coast today, and another one that will be talked about for years to come, ending in controversial circumstances. Woy the victors, 28-26 over a very, very gallant Wyong Roos. Let's have a look at the full match stats right now. For Woy, 4 tries, Duncan Smith, Dave Mariska, Shane Ward scored 2, Mariska 6 from 6 with a boot. You can't ask for much better than that. For Wyong, Mark Rudd, Chris Crotty, Matt Harris, Kevin Turkington and Anthony Fenton tries. Mark Brezelnick 3 from 6, but a lot of those were from wide out. Now here's Neil Baker with one of the stars of the match.
Have here with me one of the heroes for Woy, Duncan Smith. What a tough grand final, Duncan.
Oh, mate, that's the toughest game we've had all year without a doubt. We were up by 12 at half time and they just come back, and at a time I thought they might have rolled us, but to our credit we come back, I suppose, and showed that we deserved the premiership.
Mate, I thought your input, especially in the first half, was exceptional for Woy. As you say, just got to keep going in the forwards, and you certainly did that.
That's it. That's what Al said to us all year, you know. All we got to do, go forward, get to the kick set and wait for them to make a mistake. And that's what we were doing, you know. And it's not a better feeling than this, mate.
Well, mate, go and enjoy it. I know you will, and congratulations again. Alan Emery's certainly a great coach, and he deserves a grand final undefeated. It's exceptional.
Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks, Tim.
Well, Richard, it was a grand final that had absolutely everything, didn't it?
Everything and a little bit more too, Mike. But you've got to say that Woy, undefeated for the whole of the season, deserved their victory. But you're right, Wyong certainly were gallant in defeat, but we'll think about this one for a long time to come.
And thanks very much to Richard Jones and Neil Baker. Let's have a look at the lower grade scores in today's grand final. In third grade, the entrants 14 defeated Wyong 10. In the under 18s, Wyong 24 defeated Yamina 14. Second grade, Woy 34 defeated Wyong 8. And congratulations to the Wyong club in having all 4 grades in the grand finals. But repeating the final score in the big one, the decider of the Central Coast Rugby League first grade grand final for 1999, worthy winners Woy 28 defeated Wyong 26. Mike Ribbett on behalf of the NBN Wide World of Sport team, bidding you a very good afternoon.
This has been another presentation of NBN's Wide World of Sports. This program brought to you by the Wyong Rugby League Club, Canberra.